Okay, hello, so today I will show you my build. I've made Chayula Acolyte, who's you play with fire, because his main skill is Ember Fusillade and Clearing Flame Blast, because Fusillade is mine for rare and unique enemies, so map bosses and everything most evil on the maps. And with combination of those two skills, the clear speed is just amazing, as you seen in the spot before. I know it was a bit quicker, few times normal speed, just to show you and not take too much of your time, but okay. Build is focused on strength and intelligence, just enough intelligence to use skills and enough strength to head at least some good HP amount, because less than that is painful. Additionally, you have energy shield, and the third layer of your defense is darkness. For now I have 600 almost the darkness. Darkness is used instead of your spirit, because as a Chayula you have zero spirit, and darkness is added as additional energy shield. I will show you that later on my passive skill tree. So basically 100, 1300 life, 1500 energy shield, and more than 1000 mana. It is enough, but sometimes you need to use mana potion. That is sadly needed. And additionally, with my current gear, I have maxed all resistance and pretty good armor as for caster, because as you have this dodging ability, so passive evasion is just not enough now, because standing and getting hits will kill you eventually. And as you will see on my as you can see on my gameplay with this character, the active dodge is much better, and if they hit you eventually, the armor take a lot of damage. So let's start from passive tree. For now, main focus is to embrace of darkness, because it gives you darkness as a bonus defense. 5 to maximum darkness per level and 100 to base is pretty good amount, as you can see. And you will see, or you've seen on my fast forward gameplay, that it saved my life few times, and additional damage are done in this build from this 1% of damage as extra chaos damage per 20 unreserved darkness. So with this amount you can see it give a kick, because for now my DPS from boss killing skill is 10,000 DPS, and for clearing I use Flame Blast, but those damage are shown for one stage. So when you hold this button, it can kick them. You've seen that they pop like popcorn. Firestorm is just to apply fire exposure. Sometimes I use it on the bosses, and on the golden rare enemies I use flame ability. The map that you've seen, one of the map that you've seen on my gameplay at the beginning, was map that debuff my curses to do 75% less effect. And even with that, I've killed mold everything in few seconds, maybe 15-20 seconds, even those double bosses that I have on the map. So more about passive skill tree. As you're starting as a monk, it is hard. I can tell you that the best way is go with monk skills or anything that will kill enemies up till you will have this solar orb gem, because it's the first skill that allow you for fast clearing. And you can see that this build and this clear speed on level 6 maps was with only 3 supports, so it's pretty good. Sadly, I don't have yet anything more because I'm focused on completing all tier quest now, and I have problem between tier 2 and 4 with waystones because I mainly drop waystones lower level than I want. From waystones and maps 5 tier, I've dropped 1, 2 and 3 only. That was sad. Okay, let's get back to the tree. When you will have level, let's say 26, you need to rest pets and then go firstly here, because your damage will ignite. Each projectile here will give you additional chance to ignite. So this passive is pretty good because when enemy is ignited, you have 30% more damage on them. Secondly, pure increased spell damage. I know it is reduce cast speed, but as you can see, it not impact us very much. Then you will go here. Chance to ignite and fire damage. That's the great buff to our build. Additional spell damage and cast speed. Because when you are around here, you will have already Flame Blast. And Flame Blast for clearing, you need this cast speed, this additional one. Then maximum energy shield and energy shield here for survivability. Here is the full node for energy shield and intelligence. Then you can get penetrate resistance. That is very important for this build because it now can be used even on maps with a higher resistance at enemies and when they are resist like some rare mobs. Okay, then you will go for this node. Everything here is for penetrating fire damage, igniting and making fire damage, and it is great boost for your killing speed. Then you can choose more defense or intelligence depending on items that you will get. Here is another increase in spell damage per 100 mana, so around 30% now. Okay, it's nothing special, as you can see, just going strictly for the fire damage and some energy shield. So okay, that's for passive skill tree. Now inventory. So you need to focus at the beginning of the game. It's very important to have additional percentage for any kind of damage you will be dealing. And around level 20, 24, you need to change your items for additional levels, because at that point you will have enough percentage from your passive skill tree, and the level will give you flat damage to scale. So wand plus 4 to fire spell skills and 45% fire damage is great. Additional 19% as lightning damage is the great boost. But if you will have one with 100 spell damage, it will be great too. Second, shield or focus. So here energy shield, spell damage, and mainly most important, plus 2 for all spell skills. That's the great boost for everything that you will do. Now, Another 2 for spell skills, all of them, is from Amulet. That's the grade one. This exact is grade one because it will give you strength, intelligence, and spell skills. Rest of equipment you need to get that will give you resistance. You need to cap your resistance at each point. That is very important. In the ring you could focus on cast speed and fire damage. As you can see, both of them has 20 cast speed and 23, and fire damage is the great addition. Of course they have resistance too. Uh, for this build you need to move quickly and swiftly, so 30% increased movement speed is great, just what you need. This cherry on the top. Okay, so that was quick inventory showcase, and here about skills. So for boss killing skill, as you see, 8 from global modifiers and 1 level from support. So support for fire skills, that will give you +1. A concentrated effect, as this fusillade will do small area damage. It is great for clearing or group of the rare enemies. So to kill rare enemy with its minions, and sometimes to save your bacon when you are surrounded. And most important here, it is to have scattershot. Scattershot. I know, I know it will make 20% of damage less and 20% of attack speed, cast speed less, but without it, you can see how much time it take me to have all of these projectiles. Because I need to make 8 of them to get full effect. And with this, it's already 8, nothing more. And it is important to always have 6 or 8 of these projectiles, so maximum number of these projectiles, because each shot, consecutive shot, gives 6% more damage. As you can see on gameplay, the health of the bosses dropped from small amount to high amount at the last projectile. It is easy to see on the HP bar. It just go damage go higher and higher, and with 11 embers it is a lot. So around 70% more damage with last projectile. With Solar Orb, it is considered casting. It is Fairy Death, so everything that is ignited or have damage from this skill have chance to explode on death. It is great one because it help you clear area quicker as you use your Flame Blast from your Solar Orb position. And Overabundance give you +1 of these great balls of light. So you can have 2 of them. It is easier to clear, and you can set it at 2 points, so when enemies are start to ignite on 1 point with your Flame Blast and they survive, that not happened often, you can have second one already set on their wave to you. Okay, and the Flame Blast as mine clearing skill. That's standard Flame Blast, different from the base game. It that you not control the point of Flame Blast like just any other spell. If you don't have Solar Orb or not cast it from the Solar Orb, you will cast it from yourself. I will show you. This is just Flame Blast used at any position, and when you have Solar Orb, you can cast it here. So it is safe. You can spawn Solar Orb at the edge of your screen, and then boom, everything died. So with Flame Blast, you need controlled destruction, as criticals is not something important on this build. Magnified effect, it's the must-have, because 40% more area of effect is great, just great addition. And I almost forgot, here you have additional percentage to area of effect. So 6, another 6, and 15. So that's a great addition. And let's get back. So fire penetration here, just additional 30% of damage. And firestorm, like I said, uh, additional damage, but with cooldown. That's great for this one because it falls for few seconds. Storm duration is 6 seconds, so almost full cooldown is done when firestorm is ending. Fire exposure, just to add, like I said, fire exposure to the enemies. Sorry. Here, fire explosion give additionally 20% less resistance for enemy, and persistence just for more duration. Flammability is just a curse that will lower enemy's resistance for 36%, and Comet here is just for fun. Nothing else, truly. It's just for fun, just for checking how it works. And it takes too much time to fall, so I don't like it. I very not like it. What else? With this build, I cleared uh, maps till now, so tier 6 is pretty easy. As you can see, I cleared some tier 8 maps already, but I don't have a lot of them, so I will wait until I have quest to clear tier 8. I think that, oh, and another one here. As for the charm, I use stun protection because staying in place even with 3 layer of HP, so life, shield and darkness, even with that, when you are stunned for 2-3 seconds, enemy can come to you and hit you hard enough for you to die. And I think that's a quick, very quick showcase of this build. When I will go to the map tier 15, I will make an update, but for now it's the best way to have Popcorn Mage in this Path of Exile 2. Thank you very much for listening.